What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN USD. Hit that like button, my friends. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, okay? It is the 25th of April today. We have closed a day. We've opened up a new day. We've just closed the old day. We're at about 2.13 cents, 21 hours, 45 minutes left in this day, the 25th of April. Yesterday seems like it wasn't that big of a deal, right? It was a very neutral day, but I'm going to go over 3 reasons why I think it was a big deal, okay? 3 reasons. I'm going to give you 4 reasons. We're going to go from they're all significant, but the least significant to the most significant, but they're all significant, okay? First and foremost, from a low here to a high, we closed above the 236 2 days in a row. We even found support on it yesterday. We even found support in this area, closed above it 2 days in a row, certifying that we are in fact in the middle of a breakout move. We can move down. I want to say real quick, whether we move down 9% or we move down any percents, you can move down in a breakout move. Before we go on, I want to make a point real quick, because I had somebody who was thinking that they're making a point earlier, but you're not really making a point, right? Let's look at this. I don't think anybody would argue right here this was a breakout move, right? Nobody would argue that. That's a breakout move. You look at this, you're breaking out of your downtrend. Clear as day, it's a breakout move. Let's look at it on the 1 hour time frame. Here, I'm going to draw this so that we know that it's right in this area here. Okay, let's look at this on the 1 hour time frame. Let's go down here, okay? So here's our 3-day move, the breakout move that we had. We're going to measure right here from the high to the low. That was an 18% drop in the midst of a breakout move. To anybody out there that thinks, are we in the middle of a breakout move if we drop 9%? I hope you can answer your own question there, right? It's very, very obvious what the answer is. Yes, breakout moves, they might look straight up. They might even be straight up sometimes on a daily basis, but even sometimes they're not. Here, you had a big wick down. This entire thing was a breakout move. You still had turbulence along the way. Breakout does not mean you're moving up nonstop. Nothing does. Nothing does. There's volatility every step of the way, most of the time, in most things, most cases. So just getting that clear. But let's move on. Let's move on and talk about why this day is significant. Okay, so first and foremost, again, from a low to a high, we closed above the 236 2 days in a row. Next to that, we closed above this daily high close 2 days in a row, and we found support on that as well. We zoom out on a weekly basis, and we closed above this 236 on this macro fib where we consolidated, tipped the 0.5 for resistance perfectly, showing significance on it all the way through. Okay? We just closed above that 236 2 days in a row and found support on that. That's the second to most important thing right there, right? I'm going in order of what's the most significant to least significant. Here's the most significant thing. You wouldn't see it if you're looking on a daily time frame, right? This validates everything that we're looking for. 3-day time frame right here. We just closed it. We have 2 days, 22 hours left. If you notice, the most recent candle close we had was the highest candle close that we had in this 3-day time frame in months. And it engulfed not just yesterday, not just the last 3-day period or the one before that, but it engulfed the entire consolidation phase that we've been forming since the 12th, the 11th, the 10th of April, whatever it was, whatever day back here. The last couple weeks of consolidation was entirely engulfed in the last 3-day candle here. Okay, yesterday doesn't seem like it was that big of a deal. But we just came up with 4 reasons why it actually was a big deal. Even though we didn't move anywhere, it was actually a tremendous deal, and it's very validating to the notion, to the whole point right now, which is that we are, in fact, in the middle of a breakout move. We are. Does this mean we have to move in a straight line up the whole time? No. There's going to be volatility. You should expect volatility. We saw it in this breakout move. We moved down 18%, and you guys, that wasn't even the only that wasn't the only time that we did it. We zoom out, we look, we dropped here 18%, you dropped here probably like 10%, another 18% drop there. Throughout the whole breakout move, you had volatility. It's common. It's going to happen. This thing is a squirrely thing whenever it moves up. This is why people, not a financial advisor, people shouldn't trade on the way up. They should just hold, because it's hard to tell where these areas are, and it's harder to tell when the time to get in is, because all of these drops, if you think that we were there for a long time, this is a 1 hour basis. If you were blinking, if you weren't paying attention to the charts 24/7, if you didn't have your orders set, you missed it. You missed it. But I digress. This is a very big deal, what we did whenever we close this 3-day period. This, to me, signals that we are, in fact, ready to go higher. Everything else has signaled it, too, but that's a very big deal right there. My question to you, whoever you are watching this video, even to myself, and we'll all probably answer this in unison together right now. If we just bullishly engulfed the whole consolidation area here, my question is, do we think this candle is going to be bigger or smaller than the last candle? The last 3 days, from an open to a close, we moved up 27%. The next 3 days, I would offer the perspective that we are in fact going to move up more than 27%. What does that mean? Let's see. Well, 27% here, that would take us above this high. My theory is this then. If we're going to go not just bigger than this candle, but above this candle, we might see something on the lines of what we saw here, a 38% 3-day period, a 67, 68% 3-day period. We might see something crazy over the next 3 days, guys, and it might be a bigger 3-day candle than we've seen so far because, again, what this is, right, what this is here, to a lot of people, a lot of speculators, a lot of doubters, a lot of people who are in and outers, whatever you want to call it, that are watching this thing as it's consolidating. What this is just a one-off so far. It's not, and it's not. It's, to me, it's very validating to everything that we've been calling for over the past few months. It's very, very validating. But to some people who, that maybe they're newer to technical analysis, they don't understand things as much. To some people, this is just like a short squeeze. It's a one-off. We're still going down. It's just a one-off, and maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but in my opinion, it's not. And what this is going to do, essentially, the perspective that I'm trying to offer is that this right here, okay, to some people it's a one-off, but what happens if we go above this high and it's not a one-off? Then it becomes a trend. Then it becomes a trend, and you're dealing with something that's trending up that looked like this. It just broke out of this area here. People are going to connect the dots on this next movement that this is the real deal. This is the real moment. This was not just a short squeeze and then we're selling off slowly. No, that's not what's happening. This was a massive pump after being suppressed for a long time, after consolidating from another massive pump. And what this was here was nothing more than just a second chance at getting in before the real run starts. And if you didn't catch it, you're going to FOMO it, right? What I'm trying to offer there in perspective is that I believe this next move, what we're going to do here, is going to be larger than the last move. Does that make sense? Over the next 3 days, you guys, it really wouldn't surprise me if we saw something on the lines of 67% or more in growth. That's what I'm calling for, okay? Something crazy, something real crazy. If we're looking at this here, and it's really not that crazy for OnyxCoin. We're looking at this here from the opening point. I don't think that we're going to go up to our target area of 5.5 cents, 5.6 cents over the next 3 days, but it really wouldn't surprise me if we were above 3.5 cents over the next 3 days. Yes, something like that. And if we don't close there, we'll at least wick there. But we've got, you guys, you understand what I'm saying, right? We're breaking out. We're in the midst of a bull flag breakout here. We're in the midst of this bull flag breakout here. The target area ultimately that we're looking for right now is 5.5 to 5.6 cents. It really wouldn't surprise me if we got there by the end of this month. We have 6 days left in this month. That means 2 3-day periods left. We just validated that we are breaking out of this consolidation phase by bullishly engulfing it amidst other things that have helped validate that as well. We've got 6 days left in the month. What we're going to do, this is crazy. It's kind of poetic actually, right? 3-day time frame, we engulfed in one candle the entire consolidation phase. Monthly time frame, we're going to engulf in one candle the entire consolidation phase if we go to the targets that I think we will by the end of the month, 5.5 cents, right? That'd be nuts. And at that point, I want you guys to piece together, look forward, think about this, right? There are a lot of people right now who doubt OnyxCoin, who think that this is just a one-off. I've heard people say it's just a short squeeze. There's leverage trading going on because they've just gotten futures listing on Binance, so it's all just market manipulation at the end of the day. You guys, market manipulation happens no matter what. Whether something's legit or not legit and it's moving up, moving down, market manipulation happens all over the place. Everything that's on Binance futures is being manipulated then at that rate. But guess what? There are plenty of projects that are listed on Binance futures that go up. Bitcoin, they've got Binance futures for Bitcoin and it's going up. You know what I mean, right? It's not so cut and dry. What I'm hearing is not rationality in the crypto space as far as why this thing's moving up and the reason why it's going to go down. No, what I'm hearing is it seems like people are in disbelief. And that's exactly what we talked about a few days ago, was that this is a disbelief rally, right? We had the depression, we had the bad times, the hard times, the tough times. The bears were celebrating, the bulls were in tears, literal tears. I could smell the tears from here, man, up in the mountains. And now we've got the rally. This is the disbelief rally, right? Let's pull up, let's look for this again. Hold on, what was it? Let's see. Market cycle chart, right? Somebody do me good. We want it. We want to hear this one, yeah? We went through anxiety, denial, panic, anger, depression. My retirement money is lost. How can we pay for all this new stuff? I am an idiot. It begins to rally, and now there's disbelief. This is a sucker's rally, right? This is exactly right now what people are saying about XCN here is that this is just a sucker's rally and that a lot of people are going to get screwed. But what I'm offering, the perspective I'm offering is, what are they going to say when that's not the case? What's going to happen? Think about it, right? From a speculator's perspective, from people who are looking to get into this, people that are not even looking to get into this, but looking to short it. What's going to happen in 3 days, in 6 days, by the end of this month, when we're above here, when we're closing above here, whenever it looks like, in fact, we've not just bullishly engulfed this price area on a 3-day basis, but bullishly engulfed the whole last 3 months of price action too in 1 month. What's it going to look like? It's going to look like we're continuing. It's going to look like we're going to go to new all-time highs. It's going to look like maybe this is not just a one-off and that this is valid. So that's what I think is a very big deal about yesterday, man. I think that yesterday was a much bigger deal than it seems. And I think as time goes on, what happened over this 3-day period, over that close right there, is only going to come to higher prices. We're only going to go to higher prices. We're going to see validation to the upside, and ultimately we're going to 5.5 cents. If not by the end of April, by the end of this little momentum move right here, right? Not the move overall. The move overall is going to go up to like 20 cents, 27 cents. But by the end of April, if not very, very early May, we'll be at 5.5, 5 cents, 5.6 cents, something like that. I don't think I have anything else to say. I feel like it sounded like I was ranting, and maybe I was ranting right there, but I'm not. I want everybody to know I'm fine, I'm happy, I'm calm, I'm not mad or anything like that, right? I'm trying, what I was really trying to do, and I don't know if I did it effectively, I'm trying to offer the perspective, right? I don't know how, but people feel like, the only reason why, actually, I think the only reason why we have doubt right now is because of the Binance futures listings. There's doubt right now because of that. And in my opinion, there shouldn't be any doubt. We've broken out. We've seen a more robust breakout than anything else over the past month. I don't get it, but whatever. Binance futures listings. Okay, let's rationalize with that. There's denial because of that. Think forward. What's going to happen when that denial goes away? What's going to happen when this isn't what the bears thought it was, when the speculators thought it was? What happens whenever this thing proves to be just as bullish as the bullish people were thinking it was? They're going to FOMO. They're going to panic buy, right? They're going to shut the hell up and they're going to start to listen. I don't know. I got nothing else for you. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I hope you all had a good time. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.